All right, so this is me cooking hamburgers. A little black pepper, plenty of garlic salts, and plenty of Worcestershire. And then I just mash it all up. And I put that on into, this was 2 pounds of beef, so I cut it up into 8 equal chunks. And I just smashed them between 2 paper plates and I made those patties. Stuck them on a baking sheet with some parchment paper between them to help them not stick to each other. And then put them on the grill. I used a chimney about 3/4 full. You take a paper towel, maybe 4 segments of paper towel, and spray them with cooking oil, and then fold it all up and stuff it under the bottom of that wire thing. So like you stick it under there. Then you fill this with like 3/4 full with charcoal, and you light it with a lighter, and then you let it sit for 15 minutes or so until all the coals are starting to be on fire. Then you pour it out and you spread the coals around. You'll want to use one of these because it gets hot. And so you're going to see them start to juice out the top. When you see them start juicing out the top kind of all over, it's a little bit like pancakes. Pancakes get bubbles come out the top and then you flip them. Burgers are kind of like that too. So they're going to juice out the top and then you're going to flip them. You can see that one is also juicy, but it's not juicy enough yet. So then they're going to flip. And I'm not going to approach the burgers at a right angle to the grate because that just does that and that's no good. I'm going to point it along the grate, right? Just like you're doing French toast or something. But you don't want to try and fight the grate too much, right? I'm going to do this one. That one looks nice. Let's do this one. Yep, easy peasy. This one doesn't look like it's juicing very much, but I'm going to try this one over here. Nice. The reason they're not burnt to a crisp, 3/4 of a chimney is what it is. 3/4 of a chimney. And so a couple things. If you use too much charcoal, you're going to have like fire coming out this thing because it gets too hot and the juices hit the charcoal and start to light up. So you want to keep it to that 3/4 of a chimney. And if you want to, you can kind of pile the coals to maybe just one side. Not all on one side, but like leave yourself a little cool zone, because sometimes a burger gets too hot, starts to burn. You can bring it back onto the cool side and save yourself some trouble. All right, so what about pre-made burgers? These are the ones that come out of the freezer section. So I've got garlic salt. And unlike the handmade burgers where I seasoned them in the kitchen, here I'm just going to do a good garlic salt on each. And I'm going to add Worcestershire sauce. So we're taking the top off. And it kind of doesn't matter that it's going to run off. You just give it one of those on all of them. Yep. And that's how you make a store-bought frozen burger taste more homemade. One thing I forgot to say is once you've flipped all your frozen burgers, you should also season the other side. Right? So then I will turn your attention to the Franks upon the grill, the hot dogs. So hot dogs are funny. They are fully cooked at all times. And so when you put one on the grill, all you're really waiting for it to do is to get sweaty. And you can see that they have a little bit of a sheen on them. They're getting sweaty. Their juice is starting to work a little bit. And you just want a little color on them. So I'm going to let them get, I would say, a good bit darker than they are right now. But you just keep rolling them a quarter turn. I like to put them on the grill long ways with the grill grate so that it can keep them in place. That way when you turn them a little bit, they stay. For example, this one. Boop. 1/4 turn, another quarter turn, maybe 1/8 of a turn, whatever it is. So that makes for a nice way to control them. They don't roll all over the place. So put your hot dogs long ways on the grill and let them get it to a good color. That one looks like, yeah, we're gonna give it some time. Ta-da! One last thing is, how do you tell a burger's done? You can see the juice coming off of that burger is colored red right there. You want those juices to come out more clear. And I'll test that by saying that's currently at 143, 145 degrees. That's not good enough. You probably want them at least 155, if not 165. So these burgers, because they were frozen, are a little slower to cook. That one, yeah, so we're gonna give them a little more time. I'm gonna flip those again probably in a minute.